Should be live. And we are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another RSG lunch stream. I'm your host with the most, Ranger J 1999. Glad to have you guys aboard on this TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. It's time to kick the weekend into gear. Glad to have you guys out. Skewers, let me know you're live out there. Say hello in chat. Whip out your pickles. Do whatever you need to do. Let us know that you're out there and watching. We always like to shout everybody out, so please feel free to do that. But welcome to our lunch stream where we just hang out with you guys and we will discuss the game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We will do a roster review, and we'll answer I'll suffer through mod depression, and we'll answer your questions. If you have questions that you want to pose to us during this hour, however long we do it, all you need to do is put your question in the chat. Make sure you put question for your statement, and we will get that read as soon as we get a chance. We usually try to go through all the questions, so we are glad to have you guys here. Joining me today is Grim the Mechanic.
Good afternoon, and TGIF and F.
Mm-hmm. So, just a couple notes. I'm going to try to do some Naruto today. I don't know if I'm going to get to it. I'm applying for a new teaching gig, and they've got me running around with my head cut off right now trying to get stuff done. And I just got another email from them from stuff that I need to do. I've got all kinds of stuff that's going on, so I may not get to Naruto today. I'll find out here after I look at this email what they want me to do on top of what I've been going through. And I'm just dealing with a lot of stuff. So it's not many streams this week as I normally do, but it just, they want what they want, and you have to get it done. And so I've been kind of just... but anyway, enough about that nonsense. Glad to have you guys here. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. You subscribe. If you'd like to donate, you can. You can either do it through Twitch. There's funny little things that you can do in Twitch that will play over while we're doing this. Little skits that they've cut out that you can, if you donate enough bits, you'll hear it play, like us singing the Fox, things like that. And then on the YouTube side, if you like to do a super chat, stuff drops into Vader's Cup of Plenty. It all ends up in Vader's Cup of Plenty, and that's what it's all about. So that being said, there will be no Finn today. He is going out to lunch with his father. Thank God, Grim. I finally get a day of peace and quiet without fluffiness, cuteness, nonsense. Yay. God. I'm so happy, Grim. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's more work for me, but I'll take it. I'll do everything. I've done it before, and it's just a nice, quiet, peaceful, calm Friday where we can enjoy the fans and answer their questions and not hear porg or nub or dum or any of that other nonsense. So I'm very, very happy at the moment right now that we can have a normal show. So with that being said, let's see who's out there in TV land. Let's see here. We've got Briarius Aegon, or as Cronny would call him, Briar Aragon. His happy new episode of The Mandalorian Day. Yes, I have seen the new Mandalorian. No spoilers. It's in the chat. Don't spoil.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
You can spoil through last week, but you cannot spoil this, and you definitely better not be spoiling this one. This one has a ton of stuff in it. It was phenomenal. Do not spoil that. That's how you get a ban. SD Joe 84 says, I'm kind of a big deal. Of course you are. Everybody's a big deal. Jason Hummel says, Happy Friday. He's got the pickle hype and the Poopfield Baby Rangers going on. Thank you. Brian Bodie says, good morning all. Hey, Brian. Big Health 19 says, hello there. Hey, Big Health. Yuta says, well, hello there. Happy Friday to everyone. Let the happy times continue. Indeed. Glad to have you here, Yuta. Foreigner says, hello there. Ball right. Papi Chulo says, good morning all, whip out them pickles. Oh, you've been commanded, whip out them pickles. Waffle Dolphins here says, good morning. Hey, Waffle. Moz is here. Hi, Moz. Hey, Moz.
Hi, Moz.
Hi, Moz. Darth Vader 87 says, good morning, TGIF, 6 more days. Well, I get the TGIF. I don't know what the 6 more days means. I guess another 6 more days till TGIF again, I guess. I mean... Every 6 days is TGIF, so that's good, right? Dr. Feelgood's here. He's the one that makes you feel all right. He says, hi, everybody. Shadowville, my H-Town brother from another mother, says, happy Friday all. RSG Vormax, our man, says, hola todos. What's up? Hey, what's going on with you, Vormax?
Maybe he's counting down to the next episode of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, could be. It's a good call. It's a great call. YouTube says, congrats on the job stuff. Well, I'm not there yet, but I'm still going through the preliminary stuff, so we'll see what happens. So, I mean, you have to go through all these certifications, and I still have to do a 10-hour course to get some other certifications. When you become a teacher, Graham, there's a lot of certification that has to be done. Let me just put it to you that way.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Well, you gotta show them that you know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
All that. So.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of teaching classes, so they can see that you can teach a class, and then a lot of knowledge-based stuff. So yeah. Yuta says, "Congrats, Ranger." Oh, we already said that. Rooster says, "What up, skewers? Hello there, Grim Pickler." Well, Rooster's calling you out on your pickle game there, Grim. Danilo Papaya says, "Hello." Rooster just whipped out his pickles. They're everywhere. Oh my goodness. Ouchie Girl's here. She says, "Hola, skewers. Feliz viernes a todos." I don't know what that means, but does that mean whip out your pickles? That's all I know. McTweet says, "We love Finn. You love Finn, Ranger. How dare you, sir? I do not." Okay, I do, but
them's fighting words.
How dare you, sir? I'll see you on the battlefield. Now, I love Finn. Just the cuteness drives me mad sometimes. Danilo Papaya says, "Schonen Freitag und Allen." I don't know what that is. I think it's German, and I think he's saying "whip out your pickles." I'm just going to say everything that I see in some foreign language, Grim, is "whip out your pickles." Rooster says, "Baby Yoda,
oh, no.
da 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 da, Baby Yoda, da 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 da." Yeah, it's a lot of Baby Yoda. Kaltor Shalton says, "Good afternoon. Glad to have you here, my friend." Who the Hut? He says, "Can't wait to watch the Mando tonight. Please do." Yes, it's very. It was.
I am going to be watching it after the
so
stream
good,
tonight as well. So yeah.
Friedrich Nilsson says, "Hi there." Hi, Friedrich. Nobunaga says, "Happy Aloha Friday." Hey, Nobunaga. Grande Verga says, "Well, hello there." And he said, WHALE. Darth Vader 7 says, episode 9. Yeah, there is also a new trailer for episode 9 out. Do not spoil that as well if nobody's seen it.
Yeah. I've heard that there's a lot of spoilers in that trailer, so be very careful watching it.
Excellent. It was so good. Jason Krulik says, "Good morning," and says 6 days till episode 9. Yes, indeed. It's coming around.
Oh, okay.
6 days till episode 9. There we go. Sword of the Jedi, our man, says, well, I just updated, so it says, Wave also pissed about Hux. I mean, I'm over it. I mean, nothing that this company does anymore just shocks me. It's just, I'm over it. Who the Hut says 1 week till the Rise of Skywalker. Yes, we got that. Alan Ware says, "Hi, everyone. I finally got Darth Rev in." Woohoo! Well, congratulations, Alan Ware. Very nice. Awesome.
Is it pretty bad that I'm looking forward to The Mandalorian more than I'm looking forward to Rise of Skywalker?
I mean, everybody's different. I mean, you like what you like, man. I mean,
but I don't know.
Briere says Mando has more hype than the movie with Baby Yoda flying around. Yeah. Calter says it means Happy Friday to all. Oh, okay. Well, I don't speak the foreign language. Finity's here. I'm going to ignore him. He's supposed to be eating lunch with his father. Finn, you get your ass out of the chat. If I'm going to be doing all the work here, and you say you're going to go eat lunch with your father, then you go eat lunch with your father, and you get your goddamn ass out of the chat. Hacks Redneck says, "Well, hello there. Hello there, Hacks." Spiderface 101 says hello. Let's see here. And then Finn's explaining everything that I just explained before, Graham. I mean, what's the point, man?
This is why we can't have nice things.
I swear to God, man. I already explained to everybody, to the fans, what the deal with Finn is. And there he is, just pumping it in there like an idiot. Thanks, Finn. You're being very helpful today. What else did 3 things says, "Thank God it's Joe's Friday." Absolutely. SD just says, as Nisa would say, What did you say? Black Mamba, hey, he says, "Hey, sorry I'm late. Let's get it done." Let's see here. Anybody else? Nathan H says, "Howdy, skewers." Hey, Nathan H. And I think we're caught up. I think that's everybody. Did I miss anybody? No, I think we're good. All right. We've got everybody called out that I see. If I see your name I haven't got shouted out yet, I'll try to catch you while we're doing the stream. That being said, let's rock and roll, and let's do what we always do. First, I got to claim my energy. I got to roll the mods. That's mod depression's next, but let me get my energy first, because, wait, what did I do? Oh, no, I don't want to go there. Get out of here. Get out of here, game. I must clicked an extra button. But if you're new to the show and wondering what the hell's about to happen, this is where Ranger suffers through mod depression. That's right, folks. This is where Ranger J 1999 being the soul. No, I don't want to stream The Mandalorian right now. I already have the damn service. Get out of here. God damn it. Balls. But this is the part of the show where I will delve into my collection of mods and try to slice and get mods. And here we go. Let's rock and roll. We'll filter like we always do. Speed set, only unsigned. And then we'll go sort it and filter it by speed. So there we go. Now we are cooking with Crisco. Okay, let's do this. We're going to go to these green mods. I'm working on getting them all out of there, Grim. They got to go. We got a clearance. We got to get these green mods out of here. So if they hit speed, we're good. If they don't hit speed, then the hell with them. All right, let's get some of these mats. Ooh, that's a lot of mats I just got. We may be doing a little bit of slicing today there, Grim. Holy crap. All right, here we go. First one. Let's see what happens. And crit chance. Yay! You son of a... All right, so we're 0 for 1. Depression is running high. I'm not doing the arrows. Let's slice the next one. Here we go. All right, Grim. It's got defense. This is not a good sign for us, my friend. All right, let's do the next one. And potency. Yay! And we'll go to the next one, and we're going to slice this and see what we get. Last one for today. It's got defense showing, Grim. This is not a good sign. Here we go.
I blame Finn.
Tenacity! Yay! Oh, God. 0 for 3 on any of these 3 mods. Well, that's just poopalicious. I would unlock and sell these pieces of crap, but I can't because every time I do, it locks up the game. So that's pretty stupid on CG's part. All right, well, that was definitely depression. Didn't enjoy that at all. No soup for me. So, yeah, that's not good. So, all right. Well, we tried. We gave it the old college try, guys. All right. Now that I've suffered through my depression for your enjoyment, let us get to what we're really here to do today. Let's talk about our feelings, Grim. Grim, how are you feeling right now?
Hungry.
Okay. Grim's hungry. Good. All right. Good.
I forgot to make some food before we did this.
Okay, well, that sucks. All right, so now we're here to do our Ross review today, and today we're doing Ball Right. I'm Ball Right. No one's a-touching me. And they are in the Alliance Syndicate, so shout out to the Alliance Syndicate. And it says Bell. Why is it been Bell this whole time? I swear, the small little lettering and stuff. Bell Right. Yeah. So maybe I've been saying his name wrong the whole time. Bell Right.
He did his girlfriend's roster yesterday, didn't he?
So we are doing his, and let's see what Bell Right would like us to look at now that I know that's an I and not another L. Stupid small word letters. All right, he says, maybe what are some of the things I can prepare for as I enter Division 1? I've been working on my smugglers because I want to finish them as a defensive team, but I'm also working on GR for fleet gas. Screw Light TB, we should. Also thinking on building a GG new team for Squad Arena to maybe get more than top 100. So maybe just some stuff that will help since some lucky mods like I should be at the GPIM. All right. So let's look at this. So your GP, where you're at 4.6, yeah. I mean, you've got the Darth Revan squad. Again, you're running Padme, which is fine if you want to use it for as a climbing team here. Again, I'm not a big fan of leaving Padme on defense. It's too easy to beat and counter, especially if you have Darth Revan. And we see that all the time. We discussed this with your girlfriend's account yesterday. Padme's amazing. She's an amazing counter to Darth Revan. Pretty much can stomp a lot of stuff. But on defense in arena, she just doesn't hold, and that's the issue. So we'll look at both teams. So let's look at your Revan team here. I want to see what your speeds are. 313 on Revan. I mean, he's relict. We're lacking a little bit of speed there. He needs to be above at least 320 to be effective. 313 is kind of slow. Bastila, what's your Bastila at? She is at 289. Again, relics. Again, just under where we want. You know, we're you want her above 310. That's how you're
Okay, he says that he only did Padme just to see a team and get under 50. Usually leave DR in.
Okay, so that makes sense. But that's why we're still looking at your Darth Revan team. Yeah, I mean Malik's fine. He's totally fine. And you're running the standard team. HK's fine. I mean, put a little gear in your Sith Trooper unless you're going to run Marauder. I mean, yeah. Problem is, if you running Marauder, not having the speed necessarily, especially at your GP level, is you're going to get crushed. We just got to start slicing mods. If we could remod and maybe get him faster. I mean, Revan needs to be above 320. Bastila needs to be above 310. Ideally, Revan needs to be above 330. And we were talking about arena and getting to the top. It all comes down to speed. It really does. I mean, all my characters in my squad, like there's people and I'll give you an example, in my arena shard that run Revan that have like 150,000, 151,000 GP. They're all Relic 7, that kind of stuff. Then I come in there with like my 127,000 Revan and beat their ass. And it's about mods. I go first, my Revan and Bastila go first, and it's over. It's game over. I just pick them apart. My Marauder goes, and then he one-shot something. It's pretty nasty. So, something to consider as we move forward. It's cool that you got these relics. This is still nice to have your Darth Revan. I use it on offense, but it's something we got to look at. So we got to look at your mods and see what what we've got for speed and what we're lacking in. So let's just go to your characters. We're talking about GAC. We're talking about Division 1. We also need to look at what you're doing for gas. So we've looked at your Sith Empire team a little bit. Let's look at your GR. Okay, I do like you have Jedi Anakin Relic 7. That's a fantastic relic to have. Him and Grievous are two of the better relics in the game. Just the damage you do with those characters is stupid. So if we're talking about gas first, I mean, you got the GR team. You can use this on defense. You can use this on offense. I personally put the GR team on defense, and the team that I run is Padme, Kenobi, 3PO, Anakin, and Shaak Ti. Where is your Shaak Ti? She is being farmed at the moment. So continue working on Shaak Ti. We got to think gas. We got to think long term, especially since you're like 4.6 million GP. We got to think about those teams and strategies that you're going to be facing in Division 1. Now, most likely, you're not going to face at your level any gas teams on defense, hardly. You're just not. I mean, I haven't seen any, and I'm 300,000 more GP than you, and I'm Division 1. I just haven't seen it. Now, I don't know if that's just because people are using it for offense, but a lot of people that I did look at didn't have gas when I faced them. I kept mine on offense anyway. It just made my life easier because gas on offense is stupid. Even at 6 stars, he's stupid, especially if we get the clones done. But we need to get Ahsoka relic, and I think you'll be solid once we get Shaak Ti going for your Phase 2 team for your gas, and that means your Galactic Republic team is really solid. I think you've got the pieces here for a solid GR team. There's no doubt about that. All right, then let's look at your Separatists. You did mention the Grievous nuke team. I mean, if you want to create this was in what you wrote to us, a Grievous nuke team, listen, if you want to create one for Arena, that's up to you. I think you've got Darth Revan already. We just got to work on the mods. It's just that simple. I think you're better off working on your droids for gas than working on the Grievous nuke team, because then you have to start getting T3 and the Zetas and all this other stuff, and the other stuff here that I think you can get more bang for your buck if you do it. No, the good thing is you've got your Grievous's Relic 5. That's really nice. If you're going to run Grievous, you can run it with your droids. You could run Grievous, B1, B2, Magna Guard. Hell, you can even throw Newt in there. Or Watt, and put that as a backline pickaboo defense of team. I do it all the time. It throws people completely off. They can't beat the team, and if they do, it takes like 5 battles, and it really screws them up. So let's see here. Yep. So for gas purposes, let's see here.
Well, I mean, he already has the droid team that.
Yeah, I mean that team's fine where it's at. I wouldn't even worry about a nuke team for Revan. You've got a Darth Revan. We just got to get it a little bit faster. So you're holding, and you've got your Padme team, which is easily a counter to Darth Revan. So let's not work on the nuke team. So let's get B2 to gear 12. We got to take B1 to gear 13 and the SWGOH to the relic in 13, just for the gas event long term. The other characters is let's start working on your Separatist. Geonosian Brute Alpha needs to be geared and he needs to be relicked. You need the Zetas on him. Your Geonosians are a phenomenally good team on offense and defense. They just are. They're a pain in the ass. And especially once you get them geared. So, gear 12 on B2, finish him up. Jordica will need his Zeta. He needs to go to gear 12. B1 just needs to go to Relic, and so does Asajj. And then you'll be ready minimally for gas. So you're in a really good spot here, Bill, in the sense that you've got the characters. And then this also help round out your teams for using Grievous, Geonosians on... for offense or defense, depends on how you want to do it. I always split those two teams in the back and in their own zone, and it completely throws people off every time they do it. So I think that's what we should definitely focus in on. Continue farming Shock T, continue working on your Separatists, and then really just modding for your Jedi Knight Revan team, right? So the good thing is you farmed a lot of these characters to 7 stars. It's just gear, mods, things of that nature. So. All right, so we'll have 2 teams out of that. We've got your GR team. We know you've got the Darth Revan team. We just got to get some mods. Let's kind of go through the rest of your stuff. Let me see what else did you want me to look at before I start going through JC. Yeah, so we'll look at your mods here in a second. Let's kind of take a look at the rest of your roster here, Bill. Bounty Hunters, they look like they're pretty solid because I did see, yeah, Django's good. Boss only has the 1 Zeta. Let's see what his speed is. 232, not going to cut it, man. This is, if I saw this team, I would trooper you to death. This is a great team if you can get the mods. Again, we'll look at your mods. I think you're just lacking mods. You got to think certain characters, as you start getting higher level mods, they start filtering down to other characters that need mods. So, for instance, as you start getting better mods on your Darth Revan team and your Darth Revan Basila, and those start matriculating down to your other characters, certain characters need that speed. BB-8, Bosk, Colonel Stark, those are the characters you want to focus on. Is the other characters don't need speed. Boba Fett, Django, I mean, these are characters you want to focus on damage, things of that nature. It's like the Padme team. You don't need a lot of speed on Jedi and Anakin or Kenobi. Kenobi needs defensive mods and lots of health and protection, and Anakin is just there to do his AoE and basically one-shot the team because he's so sick nasty. But that's too slow for Bosk. If you're going to use your Bounty Hunters, I mean, usually I use mine on the front line, but my Bosk is like 338 speed or something crazy like that. I do run the Django lead, but you can run this as a backline team, maybe throw somebody off. Your next one I want to look at is your First Order. Your First Order is really solid. We do need the second Zeta on Kylo. I'd actually put that on there because that's a really good one to get. You can use this as a frontline defensive team. You can use this on offense too, but if you're lacking teams for offense, use your First Order on defense. Keep your other teams. I mean, First Order can work really good on off, especially with Watt. But if you're lacking teams on defense, First Order is a great team to put on defense. I always
also now with Hux,
they've improved.
It's a lot more teams that First Order can counter now.
Yeah, it just adds a little bit more diversity. I'm not doing anything with Hux until he's farmable. Then I'll do something with him, right? And then I'll add him to the team. But for right now, get the second Zeta on Kylo Ren when you can. And this is a great team. We're lacking one piece, and that's Executioner. But you do have First Order TIE Pilot. I mean, he's good. He's not as good as Executioner. So if you're not farming anything, which I don't think you are in Cantina, because I think that's where Executioner is, start getting your Executioner squared away immediately. Farm his ass up. He is really, really, really good. He really makes that team nasty too. So that's a character you should be working on. We were talking about the Galactic Republic. Let's look at your Imperial Troopers and how they're doing. I mean, this is a solid team. They're gear 11, looks like, for the most part. Yep. 11. What's your Stark speed? 263. So this is actually really, really good. So you're buying. So what's going to hurt you a little bit with your troopers is that they're not gear 12. So a lot of your heavy hitters, like your Death Trooper and your Snow Trooper and stuff like that, especially Snow Trooper, do not have the bayonet. So they're not putting out as much damage. But your Stark is perfectly modded. He's 263. He gets the 20 from Veers. That's going to put him at 283. So any weak bounty hunter teams and things of that nature that you run across that you can outspeed, you can use this team to wipe them out. I mean, Imperial Troopers, I use them all the time on offense. You can go back and watch all the GACs that I did. But yeah, this team, if we especially get them to eventually, we'll get them to Gear 12. This is not a priority team right now, but get them to Gear 12. The great team to have on offense. You never want to put this team on defense, but this team on offense, especially since you have Range Trooper, it is nasty. I mean, if I see Kira or anything like that sitting on defense, like, well, time for the troopers, and they don't get a chance. If you go first, barring some crazy RNG, and you have to make sure your modding's correct on that the difference between Stark and some of your other characters is not too wide, that the other team goes before your troopers go. But yeah, if you get it all modded correctly and stuff, it's a nasty team. I mean, I've demonstrated this team's worth many times. Not as good against Night Sisters as it used to be. Some people still use it. It's a tricky situation with the Night Sisters. However, like Kira teams, I've used it against First Order, Bounty Hunters. I mean, it'll do the job, and it really saves you some of your other heavy hitting teams to use this one. All right, let's see here. Next one is Jedi. I mean, Jedi are self-explanatory. Jedi Knight Revan, I always use on offense. He is basically my Grievous killer, and if they don't have Grievous down, I'll use it for like one of the other heavy teams. And if you're gonna use it against Grievous, use Basel lead. We've shown it. I've shown it a ton of times in my GACs, just how good Basel lead against any kind of Grievous team works. It's that stupid. And if they don't have one of those teams down, then you can go somewhere else and use the team with Jedi Knight Revan lead. I mean, it's just a great offensive team for heavy hitting teams that you need to clear. It's a good team to have on offense. Let's work on getting your Hermit Yoda to Gear 12. Probably get the Zed on him. He's the key piece on that. But yeah, this team is dynamite. Keep it for offense. Old Republic is just a team that I use as a placeholder. Yours is really good, and you can use this team on offense if you want to. It can do a lot of good stuff on offense. I usually use it on defense. It frees up one of my heavier hitting teams, and it can be counted pretty solidly. But I mean, it forces them to use, with the way I've got mine modded, to use a team like Palpatine or something along those lines, because you can't screw around with this team. If you screw around with this team, it will cause you headache, and I've seen too many times. I've seen people just get stuck on this team because they're just like they underestimate it, or they go in with the wrong team, and then the next thing they know, they've given this team turn meter, and that's a bad thing to do. But a lot of people understand the counter to it, and it can be countered on defense, but it's okay. I'm trying to get people to use a lot of their heavy hitting stuff on my front line, so when they get to my back line, they're like, uh-oh. Night Sisters. That's what I like to see, Bill. Look at that. DACA Relic 3. Fan-freaking-tastic. Zombie's a little low, but that's okay. Zombie at Gear 11 works just fine. Spirit's good. Asajj is good. Talzin's good. Mwah! I put this team on the front line of defense and make them try to use Trey or something else to beat it. And it still gives people fits. I mean, this team is nasty. DACA with the Relic and the Zaya like you have just makes this team, good Lord in heaven, that makes a team just mwah. It's awesome. Night Sisters are amazing. You can use them for offense too if you want to. But I like this team a lot on defense. You can use Trey against it, but it's going to take away banners. It's a nasty combination. Spirit is not something you want to screw around with, and DACA with Zombie dying as much as Zombie's going to be dying is going to start just stacking health, and she becomes a nightmare to deal with. So, yeah.
Night Sister teams are...
They're a pain in the ass.
By far the easiest teams to underestimate.
Oh, yeah. And before you know it, they start going, and you're like, wait, what just happened? So, Rebels, we've said it a million times, they're for offense. Oh, you've got a Gear 12 Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum. Very nice. But your main core of your Rebels looks really solid. This is for offense. You can use Han, Chewie, and Luke just by themselves and clear teams out. And if you want to add more, you can, but you can get a lot of free banners and feats with that team. Resistance is a great offensive team. Again, this is a team you don't want to put down on defense. This is one you want to keep for offense. Just use it. You can kill out Bounty Hunters. You can clear out First Order. There's a lot of teams with this. It's just a really good team. Doesn't hold as well against like Jedi Knight Revan or Darth Revan teams, but like any team below that, it can do some pretty good work. And it's a really good, solid team. So having it really helps you out. Oh, sorry, stretch out my back. And then let's look at your scoundrels. You said you were working on this. I wanted to look at it. Where's your nest? Where's the nest? All right, we need the Zayt on nest priority. That's a priority. Nest is one of those characters that you can put on a bounty hunter squad. You can put that on your Jingle-led bounty hunters. You can put it on your scoundrel team. You have Vandor, you have L3, Kira's 10, get her to 11, and you could actually put this team on defense. You see me use, this is the team I use on defense: Kira, Nest, L3, Vandor, and young Lando. And it gets a lot of defensive holds because people just freak out and just play it wrong, and you let that team get off, it's going to cause you some headaches. So that is a great team that you can use on defense, and it's a great defensive team. I always use it on defense. Sith are all going to be offense. We already talked about what you need to do for your Darth Revan team. Your Trey Sith Triumphant is really solid. You can use that to clear out Night Sisters, Geonosians. It's a great team on offense. The Emperor Palpatine Vader Thrawn combination is really good for offense. You can use it to clear card teams, things of that nature. These are characters you're going to usually mainly keep for defense, those two teams. The Darth Revan team will be based off what your opponent has. You can either put him on defense or you can use him for offense. It's what you want to do. All right, and then I think that covers everything. Let's go. We've gone through some of your teams and given you some ideas. Let's go through your modding, and let's look at your mods. Yep, I figured. Speed sets. The highest speed set you have that I'm seeing, the first one that pops up is 18 speed. So the first thing I want you to do is anything that's not 19 speed or higher, I don't want you 6Eing. It's not that you don't have enough characters that you can have enough 6E mods, it's that you're just wasting the materials in my opinion. Anything like, the one I'm throwing, the one on, what is that? Looks like Rex. Yeah, that's Rex. You can take those. Those are 20 speed, but anything else, just don't touch it. Save your materials for anything 19 speed or higher, and we have got to just go heavy into speed sets. That's the one thing holding you back right now. I mean, you've got really good mods here in the upper echelon, pretty solid, good mixture. They're on characters that I would keep them on, right? I don't have any problems with that. We're just lacking the speed to really push you to the next level. So get some coffee to wet the palate. Yeah, looking through this, so your plan of action is you need to, like right now with double drops, I mean, honestly, you should be farming a buttload of speed mods out of there. Anything that's not 5-dot, just get it out of there and start rolling, and then, slicing materials you can always get, but let's try to get as many mods in your inventory as you can. As good as you're doing in your arenas, and I know you're farming some characters and stuff, but you're staying in the top 50 in arena, and ships doesn't want to show for some reason. Okay, I guess we don't really want to show how he's doing in ship arena now. Okay, fantastic. Well, that sucks. But yeah, you're gonna have to farm a lot of speed sets and just slice. It's about just saturating your roster in your inventory with speed mods, rolling them, slicing them. We're trying to get anything 19 speed or higher. It is the one thing holding you back. I mean, you've got, going through your roster, you have a lot of really good characters. And they're modded for the most part correctly. I didn't see anything that I was like, oh, that's wrong. Every time I looked at a character, it was modded correctly. We just don't have the stats for that kind of modding that you're doing. So obviously you know what you're doing when it comes to what mods need to go and what characters, things of that nature. But we just don't have the speed to make you, kicking that ass that you should be kicking. So... yeah, you need to go just head first into getting mods every day, keeping the 5s, seeing what you can roll on them. The first round used to get as many mods as you can, and then the second round of energy, which you'll get twice a day. The second round, just get slice materials and then trying to slice them. You could just go where you do 5 days of just pulling mods, and then 5 days of just using your energy to get materials, and then going back in and slicing them. However you want to do it, please do. Now, I don't know what your credit situation is. If you see any gold mod speed in the store that's 5 speed and only 5 speed gold mods that are speed sets, please pull those and roll those. Only if your credits allow. If you only have like 5 million credits, forget about that. But if you have like a ton of credits like I do, I have 310 million. So every time I see one, I buy one. And I rolled one today. I got 13 speed. It went on to character, and so it's better than nothing. But that's the way you're gonna get it. The two of the three mods that I have that are like, they see I've got a 27 and a 26, and I think another 26. Two of those mods came from the store where I rolled. Now you have to pull a bunch of them. Don't pull any blues or purples or anything like that. It's not worth it. But the gold ones, if it hits, it's beautiful. But that's a suggestion if you want to try to find a way to supplement your mods and stuff. But overall, good job with your modding. I didn't see anything that stood out, but other than we're just lacking speed sets. So farm them every day, slice them every day. Just keep at it. There's nothing you can do. It's the numbers game. You just have to keep doing it over and over and over again, and it's just the nature of the beast. So there you go. All right. Anything else you're seeing in this roster, Grim? You want to talk about?
I think he's doing a good job. I mean, maybe, like you were saying, spend some refreshes during these double drops on mods, speed set mods.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really see very many as far as speed sets go.
The highest one is 18, so it's hurting him a little bit in Arena. It's hurting him probably for GAC, and I think once you start getting those mods and start putting them on your characters and filter them down, that you'll start seeing a huge difference. In your GSC and in your Arena, your Darth Revan team will become godly, and you'll become godly in GAC, and then you can join the ranks of Kyber. Come join us in Kyber Bale. It's amazing. As soon as you,
other than that, I think you hit it right on the nose.
Really good job on the focusing of the roster, your characters. You're right there for gas. Just take what we said to work on, and there you go. All right, now if you would like a roster view from RSG, all you need to do is send your GG page to Finity in Discord, Finity. Make sure you write a little bit about what he wants to look at, like our good friend Bell did here. And again, shout out to his guild, Alliance Syndicate. And just put it in there. Give him a day or two to respond. He'll respond. He'll put you in the queue. It's about a week and a half, 2 weeks before we'll get to your roster. And then when it's your time, he'll message you again, work out a date and time, so you can either watch us live, or if you can't be there live to watch us, or be on the call, or whatever you want to do, you'll know when it is, so you can go back in and watch it when you get a chance. And that's how we kind of work it. You don't have to do anything for a roster. You just have to put your name in the hat. Now, if you'd like to, he says, I've already made Kyber Ranger. Oh, Bale, that's a good call, buddy. I didn't know that. Well, then, you're part of the crew. You don't need to do anything else, buddy. Kyber. Just maintain your status as Kyber. What am I saying? Once you make Kyber its life, you don't have to do anything else. You've done it. You can just walk around town with your head held high. But the only way, if you'd like to get yours done sooner rather than later, you can go to our Patreon page. It's linked down below. Not only are you supporting the channel, but you also can, if you go green status or higher, you can get your roster view jumped up to the front of the line, so we do yours sooner rather than later. And that's how it works for RSG when it comes to the roster reviews. All right, and then the other thing is, let me just refresh the page here. We are raising money for the American Cancer Society, and you can see right now we're at $15,599. We're almost $1,901 away from our goal of $17,005. So if you'd like to support our cause, we're fighting the fight against cancer. We're focusing on pediatric cancer this year. And if you'd like to support what we're doing, we still have the lightsaber that is still open for grabs. If you'd like to put your hat in the ring for the lightsaber, you please feel free to do that. There's still some challenges and stuff. You can just donate. And if you donate, please leave a message about, and we've been getting a lot of them about, tell us how cancer has affected you, and things of that nature. We'd like to share those stories with everybody. Cancer has affected all of us in some kind of way, with somebody we know, family, friends, loved ones, and so let's just get rid of this disease once and for all, and ACS is fighting the fight on that, so there you go. All right, that being said, let's get back into the game. We've covered enough ground here, and yeah, all right, so it's now question time. I'm going to get this. Oh, somebody just did something. Moz, the lovely Moz, of course. Lovely Moz Kanata just donated $50 to the Tiltify. We love you, Moz. You're amazing. Let's see.
Thank you, Moz.
Nope, she just threw a donation in there. Thank you, Moz. You're incredible. Always incredible. All right, so let's get some gameplay footage. I'm going to see what event's going on. And then we are going to... I'm looking at my email from the school. Yep, no Naruto today, guys. God dang it. I'm gonna be up late again, Grim. I've been doing this stuff, man. The things I do to become a teacher, I swear to Christ, Grim, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah, no pain, no gain though. So
I
yeah.
just want to just be past this stuff, man. God damn it. All right. Well, let's try to get through the lunch stream. Answer your questions. So, no new routes today. I was hoping I could. It didn't work out. All right. I've got to get that stuff done. All right. So, let's get to some questions. Get your questions in there. I'm going to get the Nightbot going here and look at your questions. And then we'll get some stuff going in the game as well. So, oh my God. There's no rest for the weary, Grim. All right, let me see. What's the event going on for today? First of all, let's see here. Anything? No, nothing. So we'll just go to Galactic War and get that started. And the questions are pulling up, so let's do that. Eventually, possibly, maybe. Maybe, let me. Just, you want to help me out here? Okay, thank you, game. All right, first question is from Brian Bodie. This question, Ranger. Have you put the Zeta on Hugs yet? I would like to see more gameplay, Darth Revan versus 7-star Gas with Hugs instead of Sith Trooper. No,
Hugs
I'm not really
won't
doing
work.
it. I'm not, yeah, Hugs, it's not going to work. We already talked about that. It only works with First Order. And I'm not doing anything with that character until I'm ready to. I don't ever just put gear on a character unless it's a rare character like Ness or something that we know at 4 or 5 stars works really well. But any character like that, I'll farm to like 6 stars, then I'll take them to gear 11, 7 stars, then I'll gear 12 them, right immediately afterwards. But I only work on a character when I'm ready. So Hux is sitting in my inventory. I don't think I've even unlocked him yet. So, Nobunaga question: has anyone else tested verified the Hux Sith Empire team against Relic 7 Gas? Arnold says the unique Zeta makes it way easier. I have not, but I don't understand how that would work. I have to see some stuff on that. Because Hux doesn't do anything for Sith Empire. Am I losing my mind on that, Grim?
He doesn't.
So
his ability can only target First Order. He can't reduce cooldowns on anyone but First Order.
So
if he's the only one on the team, he targets himself with it.
Yeah. So I don't understand where that's coming from, but
and he can't gain dominance when he's not the leader.
Right, and you're not going to make him leader over Darth Revan. So I don't know. Have to do some more research on that. So it could be the case. I could be missing something. We could be missing something, but I'm a little apprehensive about that one. Who the Hut says, question, what GP does Division 1 start at? I'm currently at 4.4 million. Last time I checked, it was 4.5. Well, let me go look. Is it still up? Let's see. Division, nope, it's not up anymore. I want to say 4.5 million is what Division 1 starts at. I could be wrong, but I think it's 4.5 million, right?
It only stops turn meter. Rex's unique only stops turn meter when he has advantage. So you need somebody that generates advantage for him.
All right. No, I don't know. I think it's 4.5 million Who the Hut. So, yeah. Shut about question. Have you all seen how Zeta Hux destroyers Relic 7 Gas 501st teams? No, and I just don't believe it. I just don't. I mean, I got to see some stuff, and I've got to see, because Grim just explained it. Like, how's that working, right? First of all, I mean, Darth Revan on his own can still do decently against gas, right? It just depends on the mods and things of that nature. I don't know if Hux itself is doing anything, but
yeah, but how?
How? That's the thing.
I can understand it working at the beginning of the match because he has advantage, but the second you take a turn, he loses that advantage. How are you gaining it back to control more turn meter?
I don't know. Maybe it's just the initial attack, but I mean, if you can get the damage off on gas, but still, I don't know. I have to see more stuff on that, but it could be the case. But I'm still like, again, I'm still very apprehensive about that. Sting's question: I just got Darth Revan the other day and have been going back and forth between Sith Trooper and Marauder. If I can only afford to gear one, which one is a better long-term investment? So it has nothing to do with Darth Revan. It has everything to do with your Malak, Stings. If your Malak is not reliced in gear 13 and 7 stars, you need Sith Trooper because your Malak will get crushed. Okay? if your Malik is squared away, then you can go for Sith Marauder. Sith Trooper is I would say Sith Trooper, but you're going to need him for your team. There's two ways you can run a low-level Malik character on a team, and that's either Grandmaster Yoda super fast, so you get tenacity and all that stuff, and then the other Darth Revan team can't do anything. I still see people running that because their Malik has been sucking. The other way is you run Sith Trooper. Their Darth Revan's going to go first. It hits the Sith Trooper, hits your Revan, but you still have a fighting chance against it. That's why Sith Trooper's so important. He can take a lot of damage. He's just there to be a damage soaker. He's not really going to offer anything else. I mean, he's just more of a pain in the ass, and that kind of frees up your Malik from getting stomped right away. So long term, Trooper's a better investment in the sense that. Once that's done and you get your Malik squared away, you can move Sith Trooper back over to the Sith Triumphant under Traya. He's fantastic under Traya. It works really, really well. Then you can start working on Marauder, Garrett, and getting him up. I prefer Marauder long term for on the Darth Revan team. Is that I run the character, he's relic, and he hits like a freaking truck. But your team has to be designed to do that. So if your Malik's sucking, you got to work on Sith Trooper. If he's not, then get Sith Marauder. It's just the way you have to do it, because the whole time that if you got Sith Marauder and you have a weak Malik, you're going to get killed. I mean, it's just yeah.
Okay, what Bing Skymaster says is all the Hux thing does is enable the clone. It does not. Hold on. All it does is not enable the clones to get all those bonus go first, then Hux is dead weight for the rest of the battle. So it's the battle. So it's.
I don't know. I mean, have a character. I mean, I'm just thinking about this in my head. Hux is pretty much worthless after that. And he's a 2-star character unless you take him to 7 stars. Even at gear 12, he's going to get destroyed. So then it's a 4v5. Darth Revan 4v5 versus the clones. Maybe on offense...
I believe it could work.
Yeah, maybe on offense it could work. I think on defense, you're just begging to get stomped. So I can see that.
I'll have to watch the video.
Yeah, I mean, if it on offense, yeah, I could see maybe using that as a team to counteract gas. I have to see. And then again, it depends on the mods, because there's some ridiculously fast Rexes out there and stuff. I'm sure Arnold did, but I don't put a lot of stock into this stuff, guys, because we've seen lots of videos out there, and it makes all these claims and stuff, and then it turns out to sometimes it's right and sometimes it's wrong. So my viewpoint on a character, on like something like that, is like I need to see long-term data over a long period of time, right? Like, what are the overall results? And then get into the minutia of like, is this for only offense? You know, does it hold on defense? And then you think about it like, am I really going to use that team in GAC with the Hux and stuff? I mean, maybe.
Yeah. Then when you think about it, knowing CG, it's something that is making an old team counter the newest team, so they're probably going to nerf it.
Possibly. I mean, sometimes, I don't know, CG, I don't know what they'll do. They'll be like, oh, well, that's just the way it works. But I don't know. I just don't think that's a long-term strategy for gas. And if it works, it works, but I don't know what they're going to do with it. I mean, there's no way that a 2-star character should be doing something like that. But then again, CG said, like, well, yeah, it kind of does things. It says this feels like the Talzin zombie on the Darth Revan team. It does. It's something that's possible, but in the long term, I don't know.
But here's the question, though. Does it work on other teams? not just against the gas team.
Well, the things too I got to see too is the modding on the teams, right? So these are the big things of factors. What is the modding on the team? Because if you're, I mean, that's a big part of this, like who goes first and stuff. I mean, so, yeah, so, but they've already pooped the bed with Hux. I mean, making a character because they screwed up to be able to go to Gear 12 at 2 stars, 3 stars is just silly. It's just silly. So, I mean, well, we'll see what happens. Let's wait long term for it to see what the actual final call is going to be. So, nobody's Finn. What the Finn? Shut the hell up! What are you doing, Finn? Ouchie, because they're talking about stuff they haven't seen and don't know about. Well, I'm going to disagree with that, Ouchie. I don't need to see it to understand it. I mean, just because someone puts out a video and like says, "Oh, this works," how many videos have we seen about that? I mean, I go back and pull a bunch of videos. I can theory craft with the best of them.
Yeah, but if you listen to our replies, was us asking how is he doing this? How? Right. We aren't saying like all. We're asking for help from the viewers.
Yeah, we're
to tell us how it's working, because yes, we haven't seen the video.
Yeah, I think I'm asking a good question. What were the mods on the team? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. So, I just being more apprehensive about that. So, I mean, I've seen too many videos that have been put out there. And as I said, it could be the case. And if that's the case, cool. If it's not, then, again, I need more data over a longer period of time. Need to know the specifics of what we're facing. Because I never do that. That's why I don't make those videos. Like, oh my God, this team totally pawns. Because it's just... if you're really going to do some stuff and you're going to show it, right? And it's hard on those test accounts because I've seen some of the modding on those test accounts and I've seen some of the stuff done there. It's a little bit all over the place. So initial testing, we could say this, initial testing shows that this is possibly a good counter to gas, right? That you can use this team on your Darth Revan team. Use Hux on your Darth Revan, it can help kill gas. Initial testing shows that this is possibly the case. But I would never make a claim that this is absolutely true. So I need to see like what's the counter and things of that nature. We just like to get a little bit more in the weeds here. Yeah, I'm with Dr. Gonzo. See, Dr. Gonzo says it's a clickbait video and won't work on 8 out of 10 gas teams. It's just knowing gas and stuff. It could be the case. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that it's not possible, but I'm so apprehensive about something like that.
Brian, a guild just did it in Arena and it worked with a huge sample size of 1.
I'm not putting Arnold's video on my channel. Are you crazy, Matt Bailey? Doing that. All right. Speaking of gas, I'm going through and using that. Yeah, relics are part of that too. What were the relics on the team? Were they all relic 7? So that could play a part of it too. What characters were relic, things of that nature. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, so I need to see more before I'll be convinced. Sometimes those things turned out to be true, and then you're like, okay. And then once it is, then people will run it. Like you'll see people in Arena do that kind of stuff. But I need long-term information. And I kind of agree with Dr. Gonzo. Dr. Gonzo's pretty much on it, saying that it's 8 out of 10 gas teams are going to wreck that. So it could work, but I wouldn't tell anybody to do that yet until we know for sure. That's all I'm saying. Just be a little bit cautious, guys, with that. You know, I wouldn't put gear on a character like Hux to gear 12 and Omega and all that stuff until we know more information about it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, if you're facing like my team, like a gear, I could definitely see it doing some damage to like my gas team on if I had this on defense because my gas he's gear 11, he's 6 stars. I can't get him any higher, so you're gonna have an advantage there just based off that alone. It's one of the reasons why I'm keeping my gas team for offensive purposes because I can control it and dictate, and it works really well. It works fantastically on offense. I mean, gas on offense is crazy. But I wouldn't leave this team on defense just for the simple fact that my general Anakin Skywalker is gear 11. Very, very, very poopalicious. Dwight Couches. You should test Hux on the SE team now. All he needs is a Zeta and can't hurt to test it out here, right? Yeah, I'm just going to waste a Zeta on a character that I'm not really interested in. Even though I don't even have a Zeta, Dwight, sure. I just have a random Zeta lying around. I'll just throw that on Hux just to test it out. No.
Yeah, for me, I think the only way I'll drop a Zeta on Hux will be if he's required for the new Kylo. If it's required.
I'm really thinking like when I'm looking at Hux, for me, it's the First Order team, and it's giving me some possibilities. Like I love First Order, and I'm looking at that character like, what can I do with him once I eventually farm him for the First Order team? He's definitely replacing Officer. I mean, just looking at his kit and stuff, I think he makes First Order really, really, really fantastic. It really ups their game, especially on offense, with everything that character does. I was waiting to see a little bit more about Sith Trooper, but because maybe Sith Trooper replaces First Order Stormtrooper. I don't know. I got to see about that. But looking at Hux, for me, he's a First Order character, and I think he's gonna make First Order shine. Sting says someone in my shard has a 344 speed Darth Revan that he isn't even running an arena because he has all Relic 75 first. Should I be impressed or just sad? No, just give you something to shoot for, Stings. I mean, some people are going to be ahead of you. It's just the way it is. I mean, there's people in my shard that have outspent me, and I don't worry about it. You know, I just continue doing what I can do and playing the game and being as good at the game as I can. So that's a good point. Being Skymaker, he says 2 good First Order teams. They could lead to that as we get all the First Order characters with Trooper and this. So you could have possibly 2 good First Order teams. I didn't even think about it like that. So I usually think in the one term, but yeah, I've got so much stuff to work on. It's stupid. It's never ending.
It is never ending in this game.
It really isn't. You know, because I mean, the characters I've got to get done that I'm focusing in on is ARC Trooper. Got to get him. I should have him done in the next 2-3 days with his shards, right? Depending on how the shard drops. I'm at 70 out of 100. So if I can get 15 to 20 a day, I might get him in 2 days. Probably 3. So I've got to take him and I'm going to relic him. I still got Watt that I need to work on to 12, but I can't do that until after the next Geonosis TV where I can get the shards to finish in the 7 stars. And then I've got gas and I'm working on, so just when you start thinking you got your roster in a good spot, then you're like, oh Christ, I don't have it in a good spot. So there you go. That's the positive from all, yeah. You don't try to look. You guys especially can't unless you're a huge spender, and even then, these veteran players that have been spending money. Like if you look at Mandalorian's account, Mandy, from Maul, and you look at his account, you mean it's incredible. The dude spent a fortune on his roster, and it shows. That and he's played the hell out of it, and he's done it the right way. So he's got incredible modding and stuff like that. Yeah, I just don't look at his count. You'll be sad. Shadowville question: should I Relic 7 Malak, Arc, or Ahsoka? I would say Malak. Yeah, he's so good. I mean, when we did that last GAC where I went in there against the clone team with Shock T, Relic, and everything, and I was like, I think it was Dr. Gon's like, use solo Darth Malak. I'm like, I don't know. And dude, he's like, do it. I'm like, okay. So I went in there and just, oh Lord.
Yeah.
It took a while, but oh my God. Malak is dumb, man. He is one of the best characters in the game. He's just nasty. Just, Dr. Gonzo, mods mean more than gear, so go hard on mod farming and profit. I agree. That's a good point, Dr. Gonzo. All right.
Yep. Mods can be used on multiple characters.
Yeah,
Gear can't.
Well,
Gear's used on one character and it's gone forever.
it's done. Oh, man. My brain hurts. I'm just sad. I'm depressed because of, well, first of all, I'm depressed, Grim, because the mods went down the poopy again. And I'm depressed because I had all of this stuff I got to do for this job. It's going to be a long day. The coffee hasn't kicked in. Oh, my God. Matt says, Mighty's account stinks. It's ridiculous. I looked at it at one time he was showing stuff. I'm like, get out of here. Yeah, I don't know what my GP is either, because on my roster it says 4.907, but if I go to my name, I'm like, let's see, it's 4.907 here, but if I go to my name up here and click and go to my profile, let's see if it's changed or anything. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Stats. I'm at 5.216, so 300,000 difference. Still wondering what that's all about. Fourth Akagi question for Ranger. Have you tried praying to the Naruto statue for doing mods? Maybe you'll feel luckier. I don't have a Naruto statue, so no, and I don't think anything I've done has ever worked. Yeah, so nothing works. Depression is depression, and that's all I'm going to leave it at. So, all right, I think we're going to call this one done. I don't want to be done, but I've got stuff I've got to get taken care of today. I've got some phone calls and stuff I have to make. I have some stuff I've got to get turned in. I was hoping I didn't have to do it, but I do. But I don't know what Finn's plans are for today, but I can't tell you, we will be back tomorrow for the Jedi Academy, and thank God it's the weekend, because this week has been such a pain in the ass for me. Tomorrow I'll try to do, we will do the Jedi Academy. I do want to get some Battlefront in. I have not had a chance, because last weekend we did the charity stream. So I haven't been doing a lot of streams this week, guys. I apologize. It's just been overwhelmed with a lot of extra stuff I've had to do in the background and stuff. Brian Buddy says, why are there 33 watching and 30 likes? Well, I mean, if people want to like it, they can. If they want to dislike it, they're going to. I ask. I say, please give us a thumbs up. It's up to them.
Yes, if you're enjoying the video, please lick that like button.
Lick the like button. Revenator question, when is the next stream of Human Fall Flat? I miss Santa Durgan. Oh, my God. Yeah, Santa Durgan's the best. Hey, Graham, I'm behind you. I think you were the blow-up doll in that one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Come here, just let it happen. Just let it happen.
Durgan's a character, man.
He's the best, man. I love Durgan. He's one of our longtime viewers, and well, ouchie, you're gonna have to convince Finn of that. I'm going to be a little bit busy, but I actually would make time to watch that. I better way to listen to it while I'm trying to get work done. So, but yeah, so we'll have the lunch stream tomorrow, or the Jedi Academy tomorrow. I'll try to get some Battlefront in. Again, no promises. I'm a little overwhelmed right now trying to get stuff done. So, but make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, check out our ACS, all that stuff that we talked about earlier. If you like the roster review, send your stuff to Finn. So with that one, we're going to call it done. I'm going to go put my nose into these lectures that I have to study now. So with that, we're going to call this one done. Have a great rest of your day, and we will holler at you guys later. Peace out.